Hello and welcome to Class Easy Classes. Today we are going to discuss something about nutrition. What is nutrition and what are its types? Nutrition means the mode of taking in food. There are various types of organisms. They might be unicellular, they might be multicellular. In unicellular organism, as the cell is only one, so the nutrition will also be very simple. But when we talk about multicellular organisms like cats, dogs, buffaloes and plants, we get to know about their complexity. The more complex an organism is, the more complex is its nutrition. So when we talk about an amoeba would have simple kind of nutrition, paramecium would have simple kind of nutrition. There are various organisms which eat only dead decaying matter. There are various organisms which eat live matter, which take in food from soil. So it depends upon various organisms how they are taking in food. The mode of taking in food is called nutrition. Plants also take in nutrition. As we know that green plants have chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a pigment that helps in photosynthesis. So we can say that plants are taking in food by photosynthesis. In nutrition chapter, we are going to discuss the various modes and how various simple and complex organisms are taking in food. So just now we have discussed that what is nutrition. Nutrition means the mode of taking in food. Taking in food. This is the real definition of nutrition. The mode. And what is the meaning of mode? That means a simple organism will take food in a simpler way, and a complex organism will have a full digestive system in which the food will be processed until it is digested and the excreta is formed, the waste is formed. Let's see the various mode of nutrition. Here the types of nutrition. We have the first one, that is the parasitic mode of nutrition. Parasitic mode. This is the mode of nutrition in which there are two organisms. Parasitic mode of nutrition is the type of nutrition in which there are two organisms. One organism is the host and another organism is the parasite. Listen very carefully. Here the parasite lives on the body of the host or in the body of the host. In this type of nutrition, we see that the parasite is taking nourishment from the host body. The host is always at loss and the parasite is always benefited. Let's see how. What kind of nutrition this is. Like if we talk about lice on the head of man. Lice on man is an example of parasitic mode of nutrition. Similarly, leech on cattle, it also sucks blood. So the cattle is the host because it is at loss, and man is again the host because it is at loss. Here leech and lice both are the parasites because they are benefited. They are sucking the blood from the host body. In this case, we can see that the parasite and the host relationship works in this manner. The parasite depends on the body of the host, where the host is at loss and the parasite is always benefited. So here this is the parasitic mode of nutrition. Other parasites on human body or on animal body are tapeworms, pinworms and threadworms. All these organisms, once they enter the body, they start deriving nourishment from the host body, and whatever the host has eaten as food will go into the body of parasites. So this first mode of nutrition that we are discussing is the parasitic mode of nutrition. Coming to the second mode of nutrition is the saprobic mode of nutrition. Saprobic. As the name suggests, sapro. Sapro means dead. Here the dead organisms are taken in as food. The eagles and the vultures, they take in the dead food. They eat the dead decaying matter. So saprobic mode of nutrition is followed by eagles, vultures, crows. They always consume the dead substances, the dead flesh released by the other carnivore organisms. So dead decaying matter is usually consumed by saprobic mode of nutrition, that is the eagles, vultures and crows. Another mode of nutrition is the coprozoic mode of nutrition. Copro. In biology, copro means the fecal matter. Fecal matter or excreta. So here copro means fecal matter. Everybody knows that another name for fecal matter is excreta, that is the solid waste coming out of the digestive system of man and other animals. So copro means fecal matter or excreta. Excreta is the waste. In coprozoic mode of nutrition, an organism is consuming, the organism consumes excreta of another organisms. Excreta of another organism. So in this mode of nutrition, as you can see, when one organism is consuming the excreta of other organism, so the other organism is not even benefited, not even at loss, because it has released the excreta. Now it can be eaten by anything. Here the example is fly. Here the example is pig. Flies and pigs, they are coprozoic because they consume the excreta or the waste of other organisms as food. So they are eating the excreta of other organism as food. In this case, there is no benefit or no harm to other organism whose excreta it is eating. Okay, so this mode of nutrition is coprozoic mode of nutrition. Coming to the next mode and the last one is holozoic mode of nutrition. In biology, the word holo here means whole, and whole means complex food. As we all know that human beings, other organisms, horses, cats, buffaloes, they consume whole food, that means they consume complex food, and our body breaks that food into simpler substances. For example, if I say man is holozoic, cats, buffaloes, etc. all are holozoic. They consume complex food matter. How complex? That means if you are consuming carbohydrates, our body will convert those carbohydrates into glucose. If you are consuming proteins, our body will break these proteins into amino acids, the nitrogenous based substances. And if you are consuming fats, our body will break those fats into fatty acids and glycerol. So this is how you can say that we human beings are complex, we consume complex food matter, and we easily break those complex food matter into simpler ones with the help of our digestive system. So because we are complex, we can say that we are holozoic. Same is the case with cats, buffaloes, horses, dogs, because they all have a proper, completely formed digestive system with mouth and the anus as well. So the digestion process takes place inside the body, inside the stomach the food is broken down, and then the food is absorbed inside the intestine, and all the waste enters the large intestine and comes out. Okay, so this kind of nutrition in which you are consuming a complex food because your body is complex to digest it, such kind of nutrition is called holozoic mode of nutrition. Here we finish off with 4 types of nutrition, the 4 modes of nutrition and its definition. Thank you so much.